On March 30th, 2025, a promise made was a promise kept. Former President Donald Trump, true to his word, ordered the release of 80,000 pages of documents related to the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. This vast trove of information, held for decades in the darkest corners of government archives, promised to shed light on one of the most enduring mysteries of the 20th century. The nation watched with bated breath, eager to finally uncover the truth behind the tragedy that had haunted its collective memory for generations. The release was not without its critics. Some argued that national security concerns warranted continued secrecy, pointing to the potential for sensitive information to be exposed. Others whispered of pressure from powerful figures, perhaps even within the intelligence community itself, to keep certain truths buried. But for a public long accustomed to government obfuscation and half-truths, the sheer volume of released material offered a glimmer of hope. Could this be the breakthrough that finally silenced the doubters and conspiracy theorists? The documents, spanning decades of investigations, offered a tantalizing glimpse into the world of espionage, counterintelligence, and the shadowy machinations of the Cold War. From the very beginning, the JFK assassination had been a breeding ground for speculation and suspicion. The Warren Commission's conclusion that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone in killing the president had never sat well with many. Too many questions remained unanswered. Too many loose ends refused to be tied. At the heart of the newly released files lay a complex web of connections, hinting at a truth far more intricate than previously acknowledged. Central to this web was Lee Harvey Oswald, the alleged assassin. The files revealed a man of contradictions, his past a tapestry of defection to the Soviet Union, alleged ties to pro-Castro groups, and contact with individuals linked to US intelligence. Was Oswald a lone wolf driven by twisted ideology, or was he a pawn in a larger game, manipulated by forces beyond his comprehension? The files also painted a disturbing picture of the Central Intelligence Agency's activities in the years leading up to the assassination. Covert operations, often bordering on the illegal, were commonplace during the Cold War, and the Kennedy administration's aggressive stance against communism had only heightened the stakes. The documents hinted at assassination plots against Fidel Castro, raising the unsettling possibility that the methods employed abroad might have come home to roost on that fateful day in Dallas. Adding fuel to the fire were revelations of internal disagreements and power struggles within the intelligence community itself. The FBI and CIA, often portrayed as monolithic entities, were revealed to be rife with internal rivalries and competing agendas. The files hinted at attempts to withhold information, protect reputations, and control the narrative surrounding the assassination. Was this simply bureaucratic infighting, or something more sinister? Did these internal conflicts hinder the investigation, inadvertently allowing crucial pieces of the puzzle to slip through the cracks? The JFK files offered a rare glimpse into the shadowy world of Cold War espionage, revealing the intricate methods used by intelligence agencies to monitor, intercept, and decipher communications. Signal intelligence, or SIGINT, played a crucial role in this invisible war, allowing nations to eavesdrop on their adversaries and uncover their secrets. The files detailed the use of wiretaps, surveillance of suspected foreign agents, and the interception of radio transmissions. At the forefront of this technological arms race was the National Security Agency, NSA. Its very existence a closely guarded secret at the time. The NSA's mission was to crack the codes and ciphers used by foreign governments, providing US policymakers with a crucial advantage in the high-stakes game of international politics. The files hinted at the existence of sophisticated code-breaking programs, capable of deciphering even the most complex encryption methods. The use of SIGINT was not without its ethical dilemmas. The line between legitimate intelligence gathering and unwarranted intrusion into the lives of private citizens was often blurred. The files revealed instances of domestic surveillance, raising questions about the extent to which American citizens were monitored in the name of national security. Was this a necessary evil in a time of global tension, or a dangerous overreach of government power? The release of the JFK files, while undoubtedly a watershed moment, did not provide the definitive answers that many had hoped for. Instead, it offered more pieces of a complex and tragic puzzle, leaving it to historians, researchers, and armchair detectives to assemble the fragments and draw their own conclusions. The files raised more questions than they answered, fueling the flames of debate rather than extinguishing them. The timing of the release, coming amidst a renewed national conversation about government transparency and accountability, only amplified the files' impact. The public, long accustomed to official narratives and carefully curated truths, was now presented with raw, unfiltered information. This newfound access to primary sources empowered individuals to draw their own conclusions, challenging the traditional gatekeepers of history. The assassination of John F. Kennedy remains an open wound on the American psyche, a stark reminder of the fragility of power and the enduring allure of conspiracy. The release of the JFK files, while not the final word on the matter, has breathed new life into the quest for truth. It's a quest that will likely continue for generations to come, driven by the enduring belief that some secrets are simply too important to remain hidden.